astrology. Fact or fiction? Now, I wonder if, like me, you have been to the dentist, sat down, and then wondered, what can I do to distract myself? All too often I find myself drawn to that pile of moth-eaten magazines sitting on the side table. I flip through the pages quickly, unable to concentrate, and then I find myself staring at the horoscope page. Just out of curiosity, I have to read my star sign to see what is in store for me. It reads, "Towards the middle of the month, you will have a painful decision to make. Keep true to yourself." Okay, so today is the middle of the month, and having a tooth out is very painful, so keeping true to myself, I stand up and leave. But as I put the magazine down, I notice it is dated 2 years before. Embarrassing. I think it is only fair to point out, though, that these magazine horoscopes are churned out a bit like Simpsons episodes, never ending, and aren't a fair representation of the ancient art of astrology. For a start, being a Leo doesn't give enough information to make any sort of forecast on. I mean, can 1/12 of the population of all the world have a painful decision to make in the middle of the month? Okay, I guess maybe they could have, but were they all Leos? No. The first thing someone practicing the art of astrology would do is draw up a natal chart for you. A natal chart is a map of where all the planets were in relation to the sun at the exact moment and location of your birth. In addition to this, you can have compatibility astrology charts to see how you are going to get along with other people. Then there is the astrology chart for planning events. For this, you have to know the exact time, date, and location to see how the stars align, and decisions can then be made upon this. Now, I am going to sit on the fence on this one, but plenty of famous people and world leaders have used astrology to make world-changing decisions. It has been used historically by the philosopher Plato, the physicists Sir Isaac Newton and Albert Einstein, author D.H. Lawrence, and famously Mark Twain, who said, "I was born with Halley's Comet, and I expect to die upon its return." And he did. Then there's J. Piermont Morgan, an early 20th century financier in the US, who directed the banking coalition that stopped the panic of 1907. He was initially skeptical of astrology, but went on to say, "Millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do." Among more recent proponents of astrology have famously been President Ronald Reagan, who to the consternation of the White House would use the art of astrology for rather more serious matters than whether to watch his film Accidents Will Happen or The Bad Man. Another political advocate who consulted on astrology when making major decisions was General Charles de Gaulle of France, likely changing the fate of modern France. There are many more famous names, but I can't finish without mentioning Madonna and Princess Diana. And they are in good company because a study of the National Science Foundation showed that 40% of Americans believed that astrology was a science. Well, after all that, I've decided to release my next WhoKnew video on Wednesday at 16:01 Greenwich Mean Time. And who knows what WhoKnew will know by then, if you get what I mean.